So for those who don't know, we are beginning our own efforts on Staten Island for unionizing Amazon, and we actually been out there a little bit over a month now. We started on April 20th to be exact, and it's been going fairly good. For the most part, a lot of the associates, employees, they are related to union members. They have union members in their family. They're surrounded by union members. With the bus drivers, the construction workers, sanitation workers, all being unionized. New York is a union town, so it's actually been an easier conversation to have when we talk about it. But still, we are facing the same thing Alabama faced as well with the union busting that Amazon hires to do. Um, some examples that came out. I've been tweeting. I try to keep everybody up to speed by tweeting things that's going on as far as the text messages, the signs in the bathrooms, the union busters themselves. It's been a lot. There's been a whirlwind of things. Uh, the latest is this guy, Brad Moss, who is really the big fish. He's the president of this firm called TBG. I think it's called the Burke Group labor firm, to be exact. And there were some witnesses that are actual Amazon employees that came to us, the union, still Amazon employees, came to the union and told us that this guy's in the building, basically calling the organizers a bunch of thugs. And that's just a substitute word for what he really probably wants to call us, because he was talking to a group of associates, and the way it came off was he's a Trump supporter. He was sad that Trump lost. He basically was inquiring about me personally, asking people, do they know me? And then also the conversation went to Alabama. He said, that was nothing but a bunch of Black Lives Matter protesting, social injustice, basically downplaying their efforts. And then he switched back to focus on TCOEW, myself, and I guess all the other Black organizers, basically calling us a bunch of thugs with no experience in organizing in this industry and yada, yada, yada. So, we was able to get a witness to actually file with the NLRB. This guy obviously don't know where he's at. He's in New York, where we're a lot more diverse, and I guess he was comfortable. He felt comfortable to have this conversation with these group of individuals, not knowing that he was talking to one of the people that signed our union card and also is a part of our actual committee. So she's amazing, and she didn't hesitate to go file a charge against him on our behalf, and you can actually look that up right now with the NLRB. Her affidavit is officially filed, and from the update that I received today, hopefully we'll have some good news that Amazon will be ending his contract. She said that she kind of ran into him, and he didn't look too happy today. So we hoping that they get him out. The fact that he's in there in Staten Island spreading rhetoric like this, racism, trying to divide workers, an old school union busting tactic. Go to the white individuals and see if they're racist, and then get them to pretty much think that we're all a bunch of thugs or low lives or whatever you want to call us. But that's not going to fly here, not in New York. And he was successful in Alabama. Granted, it's Alabama. It's a lot different down there in different ways. A right to work state. It is a Trump state. I'm pretty sure he had a lot of conversations that he was happy to be a part of when it came to dividing workers and talking about Trump, and but here he's not going to have that same success. And I'm glad that we was able to catch it early on rather than later in our campaign when we're closer to the election. So I kind of outed him on Twitter. I finally found the right one. I had the wrong one at first. That was my bad. People were sending me pictures Brad Moss, because people are looking for him. And the first person I tweeted, he does work for Amazon. His name is Brad Moss, but wasn't the one we were looking for. But we found the one that we were looking for. He has a fucked up picture on LinkedIn, but we still shared it anyway. And I tweeted at him. I found his Twitter handle. This guy was actually already following my organization and following ALU on Twitter. So I followed him. And not even a day later, I'm blocked. That's what I shared today on Twitter. Like, I'm like, oh, let me see if he caught wind of me following him. And yeah, he did. I'm pretty sure he did. And the fact that I tweeted at him and I tweeted his dirty laundry, because the way they're spinning it for people that want to get the real inside or didn't read the text messages that I shared. Basically, Amazon's trying to smear me and smearing TCOEW, saying that ALU is affiliated and we have a history of financial concerns. What history of financial concerns? They brought up a letter that stated by GoFundMe of $43,000, claiming that I mishandled that money. I don't know how. I mean, if they want to look and see that I used that money to organize against them the entire year, then I guess they would say that it's kind of mishandling. But unfortunately, there's nothing to be concerned about. TCOEW doesn't have a financial history, don't have any donations. All the money that was donated ever on our behalf went to my own personal bank account when I got fired, which was created by somebody that I didn't even know. So for those who want to know the truth, that's the truth. And they're using this to get in the workers' head, saying that, we mishandle money and we should be concerned. They should be concerned about who's handling their money. And basically they're trying to say that I'm going to be the president of this union. I don't even work for the company, but I'm going to be the president all of a sudden. So they're trying to get people to like do some research and dig and find things doesn't even exist. And come to find out, I did some research of my own, and Mr. Bradley Moss, he has his own financial concerns. He's already been sued by a former employee that he tried to unionize, and he didn't win that election or win, I guess, his efforts on trying to bust it up. And they sued him and wanted some of their money back for his poor services. And he actually got the money back. And I think it was a preschool that was able to unionize. So a preschool beat this guy, but yeah, Amazon hires him to bust everybody up. So that's just to tell you what we're dealing with. We're dealing with somebody that can be beat, and we can actually be successful. What's up, brother? And
hey, Chris. Hey, guys.
What's going on?
I'm sorry I'm late. I think I got the time zone wrong. I apologize for that, but I'm glad to be on.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all good. Right on time. I was just telling everybody what's going on with Amazon and basically about, the union busting tactics, So just make a long story short, Brad Moss, we want you out of New York. He called us a bunch of thugs. Obviously, this guy's totally racist. And, the same thing they did last year trying to smear me, that's the same thing these union busters are doing. They're trying to use this to divide workers. Obviously, this guy, don't know who he's dealing with. And we're going to prove him wrong. And I know we are. So thank you once again for looking like an ass and making the company look bad and terrible, because we did sue them. And I'm pretty sure in a couple of days there will be some headlines about this. And I'm looking forward to reading them and putting them on blast even more, because I know stopping him is actually stopping a lot of other corporations from hiring him. He's the big fish. He's the president of this firm. He's been used in a number of union campaigns across the country for years. And it's the time, hopefully this is the time where everybody can stop this guy. And I hope this will be the catalyst for that.